All right, what's up, everybody? And this is probably the final video for the day. We kind of went over the secret layers, we went over the reality fracture. Now we're going over the what's next coming up in 2027 video. So I went ahead and I chopped this up just a little bit. I put like they're bringing back the Hall of Fame and the limited championship. I went ahead and put that in the beginning of the video so we can just kind of jump right into the new sets. There's the Mystery Commander Booster Edition coming out, which is like going to be in the festival in a box, and they showed off two cards from it. They got Joven and Chandler, 2 red, 3/3 legendary creature human rogue. Whenever an artifact is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, put a number of 1/1 counters equal to that artifact's mana value on Joven and Chandler. Red, gain control of target artifact until the end of turn. Untap it, it gains haste. They mentioned this was like a draftable set. There was like 50 plus new mechanical cards in the set to pull from for a commander. This one got a lot of cheers in the audience. Talbo, Lock Rascal, 2 blue, legendary creature otter, 3/2, rule breaker. A deck with this commander can have instant and sorcery cards of 1 additional color not in this commander's color identity and any basic lands. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/1 blue and red otter creature token with prowess. So he's mono blue, or they are mono blue. Therefore, you can put blue black, blue green, blue red, blue white, whatever you want, even if he or they, if they are your commander. I think that's very cool, very unique, where they're allowing you to kind of hybridize your deck, even though your general is only a monocolor. That might catch some people off guard or upset some people, but they said that they spoke with the Commander Council about this before they made the card, and there it is. All right, this was intense. I couldn't take every single slide that they were showing because there was just so much, but I highlighted what they were highlighting, and I implore you to go watch the video for the 3 sets coming up, because each one of them had like a video showing off art and the behind the scenes stuff. This is the first ever time going to this realm, Nauctis, the Sunken Realm. This is the first set we get in 2027. This is just them showing off how they're making all 5 mana colors be part of Nauctis, even though like it's an underwater set, fully underwater. So there's not that many humanoids in the set they mentioned because everything is underwater, and there is no flying in this set, which they didn't show. They said there's a replacement for it since we're underwater. That's like an evasive keyword, but they didn't show it off today. But here they're just kind of showing off in the lands and the art how they got like black for like, decomposing creatures, and they got like the mono blue here, and then there's like they got the red next to lava and the kelp farms for like green. And then they showed off some of the creatures. They did say it would be merfolk heavy, but they will also have like other creature types. As you can see here, they magified it quite well. Then you'll have like these otter creatures, these shark creatures, the pufferfish and stuff like that. So I just love the art direction so far for this. And this was like they said limited amount of humanoids, and they will show like how do the humanoids are like able to be in Noctis, and you could see they got like scuba gear on, and they kind of got like this ship underwater and the chain coming down to like lower them down. I don't want to jump forward yet. So everybody cheered so loud on this one, of course, because everybody wants just your in-universe sets. And that's all we're going over today. They show the timeline for the UB stuff, but we're going over all in-universe sets right now. And as you saw on the next slide, Kamigawa Titanbreach. Good lord, this video was insane. Like, think about kaiju. Basically, is what this is. It's Ikoria crashes into Kamigawa, and they give you like Titan versus mech, so like kaiju and Godzilla kind of vibes. But they mentioned that these Titans are massive and the mechs are massive, and they want to show that in the art by like having like the humans in the art, but just like on scale with how big this is. Here's like an example how like This is like one of the shards that crashed down, and they got like the human there, so you can see like the scale of it. Just more artwork they showed off. Then they showed like they wanted to bring the Ikoria beasts, but they wanted to kind of like reinvent them in a way that shows that they've like crashed here, and they're not just like the same beasts from Ikoria. They're kind of like adapted. And they showed off more of the monsters that are coming over. And then they showed off the mechs, which look how sick these are, man. So, and then you can see the humans down here. I don't know if it was in the monster art. Yeah, it wasn't. So they show the humans down at the bottom, kind of representing the like how large these mechs are. And then they showed off the final set of 2027, which was Zhalfir, which is a return to without being a return to. Like we've seen it in Mirage, we've seen it in some of the sets where Phyrexians were invading and etc. But we've never actually been to Zhalfir proper. And this has the Afro-American like mythology, as well as just like they hired a bunch of cultural representatives to make sure they just slam dunk this set, and it looks amazing, like so amazing. I'm almost more excited for this, I think, than any of the other ones. Although the Noctis really looks good too. Just 2027 looks like such an amazing year for Magic. As you can see here, they were mentioning like Teferi phased out this entire realm when the Phyrexians were invading, and then it came back on top of where Meridian was. So they had a chance to kind of like update the realm a little bit without like going too deep and keeping what's like natural about it. And then you get to see some of the creatures that they've got, and which is, I implore you guys, please go watch the video. Like these little slides aren't doing it justice. And then you've got like a lot of the African creatures, mythology, and then you got like the griffin, but it's got like a jaguar or like a leopard body, which is just freaking sick. And then this is where they were kind of going over how they hired a lot of cultural representatives to come in and really just nail this set, make sure they got like the wardrobes good, and but also capturing like the fantasy vibe of it as well, so they can blend it with Magic perfectly. Then this was like they did go over a lot of this stuff in between, like the Magic Cons and the limited stuff, but I wanted to just save it for the end. So here's your timeline of everything happening in 2027. Detroit was like a new place, and Tokyo, they're going to Magic Con Tokyo, they're coming back to Vegas, and they're gonna come back to Amsterdam. So just to wrap it up, you got April 9th, August 6th, and November 19th as your universes beyond. They did not announce them. They didn't show art for them. They didn't want to talk about them at all, which is fine. They wanted to keep this all in universe. If I had to guess, I'd say this August 6th is probably Marvel. I don't think they're gonna do one before a year has passed. Like if they do April, that's too soon for the next Marvel. So it's most likely this August 6th date. Other than that, these other two we don't really have a hint towards. All right, so that was it. Nauctis, Kamigawa, Titanbreach, and Zhalfir. Amazing sets. Please go watch the videos for each one of these, and then let me know in the comments below which one you are most excited for. I'm gonna say, put them in order. I'm gonna say Noctis, Zhalfir, Kamigawa. Those are the order I would put them in. How about you guys? Whoa, blind ya. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.